Hey everyone, I'm working to hit 1,000 subscribers, and I need your help to get there. If you enjoy this content, please hit that subscribe button right now.
What's happening, Phillies faithful? We need to talk about something that could completely reshape this roster heading into 2026. Alex Bregman. That name should have your attention right now because the possibility of him wearing Phillies red is more real than you might think. And the key to making it happen might be trading Alec Bohm. Bob Nightengale, one of the most plugged-in reporters covering baseball for USA Today, recently went on foul territory and dropped some serious intel about the Phillies situation. He said he could absolutely see Philadelphia moving on from Bohm, and if that happens, they'd jump all over Alex Bregman with everything they have. This isn't some random speculation from a guy with no credibility. Nightengale has sources throughout the league, and when he speaks, people listen. So we need to break this down and figure out what it means for the direction of this franchise. Let's start with Alec Bohm. If the season started tomorrow, he'd be our starting third baseman without question. The guy made the All-Star team in 2024 and showed real talent. But here's the reality we have to face. Bohm only has one more year of team control left. That means Dave Dombrowski and the front office have a massive decision to make. Do you trade him now while he still has value and other teams are willing to give up assets for him? Or do you keep him for one more season and risk losing him for absolutely nothing when he hits free agency? That's not an easy call, but it's one that has to be made soon. The argument for keeping Bohm is pretty straightforward. He's 29 years old, which should be right in the middle of his prime years. Last season, he hit .287 with a .740 OPS, 11 homers, and 59 RBIs in 120 games. Those are solid numbers for a starting third baseman. He's reliable defensively, and he knows this organization inside and out. But here's where it gets complicated. Bohm has been wildly inconsistent throughout his career. He'll have stretches where he looks like an all-star, and then he'll disappear for weeks at a time, and if we're being brutally honest, he was basically invisible during the playoffs last year. He went cold at the worst possible time, doing almost nothing at the plate in 3 of the 4 division series games. When you're trying to win a championship, you can't afford to have your third baseman vanish in October. Now let's talk about what Alex Bregman brings to the table, because the difference between him and Bohm is night and day. Bregman spent 9 seasons with the Houston Astros and won 2 World Series rings in 2017 and 2022. He's a 3-time All-Star. He won a Gold Glove in 2024 and a Silver Slugger back in 2019. Last year with the Boston Red Sox, even though he missed 7 weeks with a quad injury, he still hit .273 with an .822 OPS, 18 home runs, and 62 RBIs in just 114 games. He made his 3rd All-Star team. This is a guy who performs at an elite level year after year, and he knows how to win when the lights are brightest. What really separates Bregman from Bohm is playoff performance. Bregman has 36 career playoff RBIs, which is the 3rd highest total among third basemen in MLB history. Third, that's not luck. That's a guy who elevates his game when it matters most. He doesn't shrink in big moments. He thrives in them. That's exactly the kind of player the Phillies need if they're serious about winning a World Series. We've got Bryce Harper in his prime. We've got Zach Wheeler anchoring the rotation. We've got a core that's ready to win right now. The window's open, and we can't waste it by hoping Bohm suddenly becomes clutch in October. Bregman opted out of his contract with Boston in November, walking away from 2 years and $80 million to test free agency again. That tells you how confident he is in his own value. He wants a long-term deal that reflects his status as one of the best players at his position, and honestly, he deserves it. The market for him is going to be competitive. The Red Sox might try to bring him back. The Cubs are interested. The Diamondbacks have been mentioned as a potential landing spot, but the Phillies can absolutely compete for his signature, especially if they clear payroll space by trading Bohm. Here's where the business side of this gets interesting. If the Phillies move Bohm, they're not just opening up third base for Bregman, they're also freeing up money and potentially getting prospects or major league talent back in return. Bohm still has value around the league. Teams that need a third baseman would be interested in acquiring him, especially knowing they'd have him under control for another season. That gives Dombrowski leverage to make a deal that benefits the organization, both short-term and long-term. Maybe you package Bohm with another piece to land a starting pitcher. Maybe you flip him for bullpen help and prospects. The possibilities are there if the front office decides to pull the trigger. Let's be real about what Dombrowski has been doing this offseason. He's not sitting around waiting for things to happen. He's actively trying to improve this roster. The Brad Keller signing for 2 years and $22 million showed that he's willing to spend money to address weaknesses. Keller was dominant for the Cubs last year with a 2.07 ERA in 68 appearances, and now he's ours. That's the kind of move that signals the front office is serious about competing. If that same aggressive mentality is applied to the third base situation, we could be looking at a massive upgrade. The biggest question is whether trading Bohm and signing Bregman actually makes the team better. In my opinion, the answer is yes, and it's not even close. Bohm is a good player, but Bregman is an elite player. Bohm has potential, but Bregman has proven results at the highest level. Bohm disappears in October, but Bregman has been clutch his entire career. If you're Dave Dombrowski and your goal is to win a championship in the next 2 or 3 years, you take the sure thing. You take the guy who's done it before and knows exactly what it takes. There's also the reality that Bohm might not even want to stay in Philadelphia long term. We don't know what his intentions are regarding a contract extension. Maybe he wants to test free agency and see what he can get on the open market. If that's the case, then trading him now makes even more sense because you're not losing him for nothing. You're getting value back and using that to improve the roster in a way that gives you a better chance to win. The timing on this matters too. The free agent market moves fast, and if the Phillies don't act quickly, someone else is going to swoop in and sign Bregman. Once he's off the board, that opportunity is gone. We can't afford to sit around hoping Bohm magically becomes consistent when there's a proven winner available right now who can step in and make an immediate impact. The window to compete is open with the roster we have. Harper isn't getting any younger. Wheeler isn't getting any younger. We need to maximize this opportunity while we have it. Now, nothing is official yet. As of right now, Alec Bohm is still projected to be the Phillies' starting third baseman in 2026 unless something changes. But rumors like this don't come from nowhere, especially when they're being reported by someone as connected as Bob Nightengale. Where there's smoke, there's usually fire, and the smoke around Bohm's future in Philadelphia is getting thicker by the day. So here's what I think needs to happen. The Phillies should actively shop Bohm and see what kind of return they can get. If they can move him for valuable pieces that help the roster, they do it. Then they go all in on Alex Bregman and make him an offer he can't refuse. Bring him to Philadelphia, plug him in at third base, and let him do what he does best, which is perform at an elite level and win baseball games. That's how you build a championship roster. You don't settle for good when great is available. What do you think? Should the Phillies trade Bohm and go after Bregman, or would you rather keep Bohm and see what happens? Drop your thoughts in the comments because I want to hear from all of you. And if you're not already subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and let's keep this conversation going. We're building something special here with real fans who care about this team. I'll see you in the next one.